How's it going? Welcome to a new video. If you saw my last video, then you'll know that I've retired from TV and media and film and the likes, and well, that's it. We're on a new beginning. 3 for 3, I'm on my third video, and I thought, well, what I'm going to make the next video about? Well, I thought today maybe I should try and articulate what exactly it is I'm going to do now that I've retired. So, if you're new here, my name's Mikey, and if you saw my last video, well, in fact, if you're new here, you won't have seen my last video. I'm a director and cinematographer, and I recently just quit that as a full-time industry, and now I'm retired. If you did see all the videos, well, you're already aware and you're all caught up, and we're on video 3 of the new series, and I did have a bit of a, let's go with a mental struggle on this one, because I was very concerned that I had made, this will be my third video, just talking to camera about, what I'm doing, where I'm going and all that kind of thing, and I haven't actually, furnished any exciting content your way. But I feel that shouldn't be misinterpreted as a bad thing, and that it should be shown a methodical approach in how to tell a story. I have a finite amount of time to do each video. Otherwise, it just becomes a big blurry mess. I need to be concise, and I need to structure each of the videos. And I figured, if I'm going to try and pass myself off as some sort of filmmaker or somebody who worked in the industry, I feel that this shouldn't, this should follow those rules as well. Otherwise, well, what's the point? Now that I have retired, it doesn't mean that I've got all this time on my hands. I'm going to buy myself a Porsche and then I'm going to go spend most times at the beach house. No, that's not how this one works. It means that I no longer have to worry about where work is coming from and doing show reels and having Zoom meetings and production about shows I don't really want to work on and navigate the world of the uninterested and, yeah, it's just, I get to leave it all behind. That's the exciting thing about it. But the other part of it is that in order to stop all of that, I have to fill the void with other things. So that's what this video is about. What am I doing and when am I doing it? Well, I'm already doing it. It's just very hard to articulate what I'm doing because part of what I'm doing is a lot of writing. First and foremost, I have a new job. It is a new job. It's a corporate job. It's nothing to do with media, TV, or the industry in any sort. Although there are transferable skills, which is the whole reason why I'm doing it. But it's completely irrelevant, and I'm going to keep it completely separate because like I said, it's irrelevant. I may talk about it later on down the line once a minute because I don't start for a little while. Second of all, I do want to create. I do want to be a filmmaker still. But I just, I've just left the other side of it, where I'm being paid to do what other people want. Now I'm not getting paid to do what I want. Yeah. It costs me money to make films now, rather than get paid to do it. So, I've been writing. Last year, I released 3 films. Well, last year, I shot 3 films, and I released 2 of them, because one of them wasn't mine, I just shot on it. And I literally, just over a year ago, I filmed my first short film, and it was a really exciting project, and it was just really exciting in general because basically what I did was I took 20 people that I'd never met in my entire life before, put them together into one place and showed them a script and made it happen. And new friendships are forged and new relationships with people, and you overcome hurdles and people become richer for the experience. Friends become enemies, enemies become friends. The same story narrative you get, but in the real life setting. It was very good. The ones that had a good experience and we all had a good experience actually. But if they didn't, then nobody told me. So anyway, we moved all that forward, and there was the editing process and then the release of the film, all that kind of thing. Then one of the crew wanted to work on another project. They had an idea and they were like, can you shoot this? I'm like, yeah, no problem, let's do this. So I jumped onto someone else's project and we had a bit of fun doing that. And this was all starting to be part of the bigger narrative of that we are now going to practice making short films to find out what it's like to make a feature film. And that's what's happening. And then I shot another film just at the end of last year that was all my doing. So 3 films under the belt. So you take that with my experience of working in documentaries, TV, drama and the likes, and I then find myself on this path to creating my own feature-length film. And as it was discussed, we decided that if we practice all these short films and learn about the pitfalls, learn about the issues, financing, production, post-production, pre-production, getting actors on read-throughs, all these different things that all kind of happen, this would all serve you really well going forward to do a bigger project. And that's what we've been doing. And I've got 2 feature-length scripts that I'm writing from scratch. Now, I've never done that before. The films that I shot last year were scripts written by other people that I adapted to film. And that's always quite interesting because you're taking someone else's written and imagining what they thought. And I would like to think I did a grand job of that one. I will link all 3 films in the description if you want to watch them. One's called Ash Hole, one's called Barbicide, and the other one is called Trick or Treat. Documentary filmmaking, I would love to do more of about stories I want to tell, because you have to find a story and then you kind of have to, like everything else, you have to kind of roll it out. It's like a giant dough. It's like anything, cooking, building a house. There's a process. You've got to start somewhere and you just follow the steps as you go. I do have an offer that requires a lot of prep work, I would say. Not necessarily from the filmmaking side of it, but when you put it in the environment that it's going to be in, then yes, you will require a lot. Now, I'm not physically feeling 100%. I'm heading down this slippery slope towards 50. I've already pulled a muscle in my back. I'm feeling a little bit... And winter's been horrible, and then somebody comes along and says, hey, got this great documentary idea, we thought of you to direct and film it, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah, totally, what is it? Well, we're going to Everest Base Camp. Everest Base Camp. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to see it? I guess, flying into Nepal and, tiny little airport, and then you walk all the way up, and yeah, you have to be physically ready for that, and that's just as a visitor. But if you're going to film and direct it, So that's another thing. Now, that's a year away, over a year away. But I'm sure you're aware that kind of thing will come across really, really, really quickly. That will just happen. So I need to prepare myself for that one. Not only do I need to sit and work out what story I'm going to tell, how I'm going to tell it, what equipment I'm going to shoot it on, and how I'm going to manage to navigate a story like that on my own for a couple of weeks. I also need to be physically ready for that one, which I know I'm not. I am literally the definition of a bag of shit. So I need to sort that out, because not only my physical well-being and respiratory side of things, I also need to sort this bit out as well, because if that's not working, then this all won't work. Okay. And I'm very much aware of all of this. And as somebody who has operated in hostile environments in the past, whether it was within TV or when I was previously a diver and in the military, I know what the physical and mental toll is to do this. But I took it on because I felt that that is a thing that I need to do in order to just, further myself. That is something you just have to do. If I want to be a creator and a filmmaker and make content that sticks, this is something, and it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So that's something that's happening as well. All these things are all happening, but one thing that they all have in common, and that's including making these YouTube videos, is that it's about the process. It's about taking my time, it's about sitting down, coming up with a plan, executing the plan, and then just going with it, and then sticking with that schedule. As life changes and my work changes and all these other things, and that factored in my family and all these kind of things, they all play part and parcel to the whole bigger picture. And I'll try and share it each week as I'm going through. And again, that's what I'm doing. My first video was just about, hey, I'm back and I've got a few ideas I want to do it. The second video was, well, this is the decision I've made in terms of my employment and what I'm doing with my life. And this one is just to tack on from that and saying, yeah, I have given that up, but this is where I'm going now. This is what I'm hoping to achieve. This is what I want to do. And then each video thereon after will be a small snippet about that journey and what I'm doing. It has been brought to my attention about, things that I should share about, working in the industry, stories, anecdotes, maybe places I've worked, things that I've done, and show some of the footage that I shot, which I will. I'm going through that process just now because I'm just trying to work out what I can share and what I can't share. Thanks very much for all the comments as well. It's all well noted. It was noted previously that the audio was a bit dodgy, maybe a little overuse of music taken on board. I realised the first video didn't have any music. I don't really understand why I thought background music would work on an interview, but or a talking head for that exam. I don't know what I was thinking. But again, I'm happy to be, I'm happy to be wrong on these things. It's fine. Yeah, I'm just trying to be a bit more methodical on how I approach everything. Methodical. Done according to a systematic or established procedure. Right, okay. Methodical. Well, that can be our word of the day. So there you have it. I've been trying to, like I said earlier, I'm just really trying to create a knitted together process. And I do have things that I can share, and I will share them. So you just need to work out how I'm going to do it. And I'll experiment with all these different things. There's things I want to talk about. There's things that are going on in the world that, they're not necessarily about what I'm attached to, I guess. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to most about this channel, is that yes, I am a creator by trade, or was, and that I retired from it, and I'm going to still continue to be a filmmaker and be within this industry. And I'm happy to do videos about, pitfalls, my 5 bits of kit that I shouldn't have bought, 5 pieces of kit I should have bought, things I've learned since being an operator, how to get the best out of your freelance negotiations. I can probably do all those little stories, and I can probably furnish you with some information and real life exposure to it. But I just wanted to make sure that I cover off on other things as well, because YouTube is such a large place. Maybe direct you to quality content that you can enjoy and avoid some of the weirdos. Which, that's never going to happen. They're all there. But yeah, it's going forward, it is a bit of an unknown. It's an exciting unknown. I'm looking forward to it. There is some things I want to do, I will do. We're slowly working together. I say together, I'm slowly working. I'm doing it myself. But I'm taking on board what everybody said. So, no, I love reading the comments. I love seeing the interaction. If you have any thoughts, processes, let me know. And if you don't like something, well, let me know as well. I'm not somebody who's going to get offended. I don't really care. But yeah, it's one of those things. So anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on now. That's now that I'm retired, this is what I'm going to be doing. And the story will evolve as it evolves. When it happens, I'll tell you, or whatever that is. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for your continued support, and thank you for all your comments. Like I've said, I will see you all in the next video, whatever that is. I haven't really worked it out yet, but we know we're on 3 for 3, so it's all good. Headbutt that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next video, I hope you all have a lovely week.